Hey guys, today I'm going to give you a great tip on how to keep your potatoes fresh for up to a year. All right, so this is something that's very simple, very easy, very inexpensive. You need no technical skills to do this at all. A toddler can do this. You don't have to can it. It's great to can or to preserve your potatoes or to dehydrate or to do all those things. But this way leaves them a lot more versatile because it's gonna leave it just the way that it is. And you can use it to make anything, soups, mashed potatoes, you can fry it still, or you can plant it. So that's a great thing about keeping it whole, is that you're not just keeping a potato, you're keeping a seed. And that can come in very handy in a pinch or a supply chain problem. So all we're gonna do to make this work, and this works with any kind of potato, even sweet potatoes. And this is what we're going to need: a box and some dirt. You're gonna get to play in the dirt, so that's always fun. Let's get some dirt. All right, guys, for those of you who have grown potatoes, you know that when you dig your potatoes up out of the dirt, you can put them in a cardboard box and just put them in a dark room, and you go get them whenever you want them, and they're good all the way through until the next growing season when you go and you get what you have left and replant them. So when you buy them in the store, why do they only last like 2 weeks when you grow them yourself, they last a whole year? Well, one of the major reasons is the plastic bag. This thing sweats, it gets them wet, it starts them rotting, the rot starts spreading. This is the main reason that your potatoes are rotting. You've got to get them out of the plastic bag as soon as you buy them. Another major reason, of course, is because they have washed them. When you harvest it yourself, you do not wash them. You leave them in the original dirt. The original microbes, the things that they grew with, are going to help to protect and to preserve them. However, you can bring them back more or less into the state that they were in simply by taking them out of the bag, leaving them out on the table or somewhere safe for a day, and let them completely dry. Make sure there's no moisture on the skins. And then all you have to do is get you a cardboard box and some dirt and put them back in the dirt again in your box. Kind of like you're replanting them, only you're not really burying them that significantly. You're just dusting them to help to keep them dry. Make sure your dirt is very dry. If your dirt is wet, then just leave it out in the sun for a day or so until it gets very dry, because you want this to be able to help to absorb any moisture that might come around to try to rot them and to create a separation between each of the potatoes. Now you can do this with newspaper by layering them, a potato layer and then a newspaper layer, but you don't always have access to a whole lot of newspaper, but you always have access to a lot of dirt. So we're going to use dirt because that's the cheapest, easiest, simplest way to do this. So what we're going to do is to simply put a little bit of dirt in the bottom of our box. Ooh, it's dusty dirt. And we're gonna put a layer of potatoes in it. Now, as you do this, you do want to kind of examine your potatoes, make sure there's no bad spots. You don't want to put anything that's already going bad in the box. Once we have a full layer of potatoes in the box, we're gonna get a little bit more dirt and sprinkle on top. You want everything coated and dusted real good. And then you just add more potatoes until your box is full. I don't know about this one. It's not soft, but it looks weird, so we're gonna leave that one out. So put more potatoes. When it looks like we've got about another layer, we're gonna put more dirt. So now all we have to do is close our box up and store it in a cool, dark place, and they are gonna stay good. And whenever you want to use one, just go open your box, dust off a little potato, go wash it, and then you can cook it, and it's gonna last for months and months and months. No, it probably won't last as long as it originally would have had it never been washed or had it been freshly harvest it, but it's definitely going to last a lot longer than it would have if you had left it in the bag. It can last up to a year, and if you end up not eating them, then you can always use them as seed potato and grow them again, because by next year they're going to start to have produced a few of those little eyes that you can use to plant in your garden. So this is a great way to preserve your potatoes when they're on sale, when they're in season, when you can get them. If there's a supply chain problem, you get them while you can. You don't have to worry about them all going bad within 2 weeks. Just get them out of the bag and put some dirt on them. Isn't that easy? You're gonna love it.